So, a long time ago, when I was a wee lad in sophomore year of college, I went on a date with this girl named Anna. Now, started off, all good. I was going to take her to Rays and the Kansas City Royals game in Tampa, but we lived in Orlando. So I surprised her with the tickets day of, like, hey, wear your Kansas City Royals shirt. You don't know where we're going, so that's appropriate, game, whatever. She didn't know we were going to the game. Then all of a sudden we got on I-4, driving to the game. Finally get to the game, having a decent time right now. We jammed in the car, everything was going well. And then we got to the game and I realized I was wearing the wrong color. Now, Tampa Bay Rays are a white and blue team. Kansas City Royals are a white and blue team. I was wearing maroon. I was the only person in that entire stadium wearing either a different color between white and I was the only person. So we get to our seats. I ask her if she's hungry. She says yes. Everything's going okay. I'm thinking, okay, what am I gonna get? Oh, the guy with the hot dogs is coming. We order 2 hot dogs. I give her one. She wants ketchup on it or whatever. I want ketchup and mustard on it. Everything's okay. And then all of a sudden, fucking mustard and ketchup spill onto my maroon shirt. So now I have a mustard and ketchup stain on my maroon shirt. That it's going downhill from there. Then, as the night went on, the Kansas City Royals won. She's happy. I'm happy. She's happy. We had a good time at the game. Now it's time to get back in the car. Everybody's having a good time. I feel like an idiot when I have the mustard stain on my shirt, but we're still having a good time. So now we're going to the car, get in the car, get back on I-4, driving home. We're listening to a comedy from like Hannibal Buress or something that just came out, something like that. And she's laughing, I'm laughing, we're having a good time. And then, about the time we reached West Orlando, the power to my car turned off. So I had no lights. It is now 11 o'clock at night, at midnight maybe, 1 a.m., something like that. I have no lights, radio, nothing on my car. Thank God the alternator was working just a little bit to keep my car running, but every other electronic thing was out. It was done. So then I pulled over to this sketchy ass gas station and I called my dad. Dad, I need your help. What can I do for you, son? Well, my alternator went out, and I need another alternator. Well, I can't get it to you today, but I can come up there tomorrow and we can fix it. Okay, thanks, Dad. Everything will turn out okay. It didn't. So I called my friends. They're back at the apartment. They were having a drinking party. They are having a great time. Everyone was having a good time that night. I call them. My friend picks up. His name's Tyler. He's like, yeah, I can pick you up. And he drives in his car with his girlfriend with 3 drunk people in the back seat of his 5-seater Kia Optima. His Kia Optima is at maximum capacity right now.
Maximum drama.
So he drives to us. Takes about 45 minutes to get to us. It's all good. We're sitting there. We're watching some comedy on my phone. Sitting at this sketchy ass gas station. Okay, I think we're gonna get robbed at any moment. But everything's okay. We're still having an okay time. It's kind of a bummer that the car broke, but we're still having an okay time. Then the car pulls up with the 5 people in it. Now, I'm not a small person. The people in the back weren't necessarily small people. Bobby, Dan, Alan in the back seat. The full crew, but it's okay, a bunch of friends. But there's no room for 2 extra people in the back seat. So, I get in there, she sits in my lap, everybody's having a good time, and we drive home. Bobby says, hey, you can drop her off. Here's my keys to my car, take her in my car, go back to her place, drop her off. I'm like, okay, yeah, great. So he gives me his keys, I get in his car, drive over to his place, or her place. And her place is right next to this parking garage that I spent a lot of time on freshman year, Libra Garage. So I go up to the top of the top floor, and I love this place. It has such a nice view of the gym and all this other great views that UCF has. And we start talking, whatever. And then, we see a cop pull up on the top floor. The cop comes up to us and says, "You guys okay?" We're like, "Yeah, everything's fine." And we get back in the car, we head down to the bottom floor where I dropped her off at, walked her to her door. She's sitting there fiddling with her keys, she's like, "Man, I gotta feel, maybe she didn't kiss me." I had no balls, I didn't kiss her. So anyway, walked back up, feeling okay. I get to the top of the parking garage again, reflect on my thoughts about what just happened. The police officer is still there. He comes up to me, just drives next to Bobby's car, and says,
"Are you gonna commit suicide?"
I said, no, I'm not. I just got out of a pretty decent date. I thought it went well. And he's like, okay, great. And he went back around and he just sat there on the other side watching me like a creepo. And then I got, into Bobby's car and I went down the parking garage like the 6 floors. And then he's following me down because he doesn't have anything else to do besides watch for people, that want to kill themselves in your final season. So I get down there, and Bobby's car, you have to realize, is a base model. No bells or whistles, nothing. It doesn't even have a key fob to unlock and lock all the doors. Everything's keys. Nothing's automatic. I have no clue how his Honda Civic works. I get pulled over. Lights flashing in my rearview mirror. Red, blue, red, blue. I pull over in front of our apartment. Cop walks up. "Sir, you didn't have your lights on?" Like, "Sorry, officer. That's my friend's car. I just dropped my date off. Don't really have much experience with the car and everything." And like, okay. Well, he takes my license and registration, goes back to the cruiser. Red, blue lights, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, back and forth all the time. And then he comes back. "Well, son, not gonna give you a ticket. To make sure next time you know how to use the vehicle or you drive it." And "Thank you, officer." I pulled right into the parking space, went up to my apartment, and everybody's there wondering how things went. Fucking Krasnov said, "Dude, why are you here? I thought you were fucking her." I said no. It was the first date. Bobby's getting text messages from multiple people, namely, he said, "Dude, she wanted you to kiss her. Why didn't you kiss her?" I was like, I don't know. I didn't know. I had no word. Nothing came out of my mouth. I was like, "She wanted you to kiss her. Why the fuck didn't you kiss her, you fucking idiot?" Oh my God, my head's going back and forth. I beat myself up. I ended up going back over them,
God.
knocking on the door, and her roommate Kayla answered the door. I said, "Is Anna home?" She's like, with a smile on her face, "Yeah, Anna." Anna comes to the front door, and then I just go in there and kiss her. And she said, "Finally." And I said, "Well, I'll see you next time." And I walked away. So, to wrap things up, kid, make sure your car is in working order before you go out on a date that's 2 hours away. Make sure your friends aren't drunk and pick you up in a very tight car. And make sure you pick up on signals that your date gives you to achieve certain milestones in a relationship. I'll see you next time.